Surprise, surprise. Romas. They're looking good. They are, in this raised bed, they are probably about 3 feet high, which is okay. And they're blooming. We're gonna let them bloom now. Let them do their thing. Over here, don't look at the mess. We have our other garden that doesn't have tomatoes. It just has some carrots and radishes. Made the decision that these raised beds will be ripped out just like the front one was, and we're gonna go back to having real nice pots, the cloth pots, the pots I got from work, which I still have quite a few, and have the tomatoes in those pots because they do quite well. Like, here you go. Here's another Roma, and it's growing very well in a large pot. So yeah, I still have more weeding to do in these pots because those weeds just popped up. I just weeded that just early this last week. So peppers are starting to pop. They're starting to come. And potatoes, not all of them have been blooming yet, but hoping that they'll start blooming. The dill, it's in this cloth pot. Not bad. Very slow growing this year for the dill. So mowed the lawn yesterday, and I raised the blade because we are in a bit of a less rain. We are still getting rain, but not as much as we were earlier this summer. And it looks like my fountain is running out of water because of the heat, and the pump is not pumping enough. So I'm gonna bring the hose over and fill her up. Black-eyed Susans are growing like crazy. Even this one in most shade. This one gets a lot of light. Blooms are all the way to the ground, so yeah, it's looking good. I have to put the cushions out for the day. A little smoky, but not that bad. It's not hurting my my allergies. So, but yeah, the spots from the dog are finally filling in. There was a whole area here that was all dead. There was an area by the stairs, the deck right here, that was dead in the spring. That corner right there in the grass and where the patio stones are was green as hell about a week ago. Now it's a little bit dying off because of the heat coming off the concrete. This garden is doing really well. I did some weeding. Have to pick all that up. Weeding in the herbs in the front here. Yeah, look at the rosemary I bought. The plant from the garden, like the garden center. Never had a rosemary that big. So, and we got a waspy. Felt like kicking it, but ooh, oh, there's some of the onions are growing, but they're not now. So, but yeah, go up here to the hanging baskets where the pickling cucumbers are. They're blooming. Those are coming through. More of the herbs are growing in this pot. These flowers are doing really, really well. So, but yeah, these Romas, they're 4 feet high. This one is 4. That one's just under 4. Same plant, a couple feet away, it's only 2 foot high. But in the back, where there's shade, those are growing really well, except for these two. That's about 3 feet. That's about 3.5 feet high. But this one is the best of these ones. And then of course these are beefsteak. And I haven't measured them, but they're pushing 4.5 feet. these two right here, beefsteak, and these two, they're about 4 feet. So just get a ruler one of these days. Then if you look in the corner here, see if I could zoom in. Let's see, right there, that's a tomato. And that was probably a seed from last year's tomatoes that were falling and rotting in the ground right here. And I've seen quite a few tomato plants in the garden right here too. I have to weed this again. Just finished weeding it about a week and a half ago. Weeds are coming up again. So yeah, the rhubarb has been picked for making rhubarb cake this morning. My wife will be making that when she gets back with our daughter. They went for breakfast. I went for breakfast yesterday with some friends. And so yeah, go into the darkness of the, wow. Walking onions are growing like crazy in here too. These flowers are doing well. Zucchini, we should be able to pick probably, oh yeah, there's one right there. That one's a good zucchini. Get some of these blooms out of here, but that one is a good zucchini right there. So we might be getting our first zucchini today. Anyway, that's how it's going. Hey, let's go over here. Basil. And there's some oregano right here. And we have, this is oregano also. And then we have sage right here. There it is. There's the sign. But yeah, look at the basil. Incredible. Yeah, so let's go back to regular lens. Regular view. And yeah, sun is hot. Oh, right here, look at this. Walking onions. More herbs. So this oregano right here is not doing very well. I don't know why. These are from seed. And the sage, these are all seed. Like, I grew them in the house. And like even this rosemary right here. So basil always does well in the gardens, in the pots. Anyway, talk to you guys later. And it is July 19th. It's gonna be a warm day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.